And it says we're live. Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, Bougie's cage is open, but Bougie will not come out. And I have Bougie's favorite little treat right here, which is a pistachio. But I just didn't have time to fight with her right before I was due to go live. So she can come out. She knows she can come out. Yeah, right? And she has a trick now. So I'm hoping that she'll get her brave on and come out and I can show you her trick. Welcome, 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 everyone. Oh, so good to see all of you in the chat today. As you can guess, we're not doing a live sale today. And the reason for that is I have a big party I'm throwing at my house tomorrow night. And I'm not done. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. So I'm going to spend the time this afternoon. Am I early? My clock says 101. Hold on. No, my clock says 101. I'm not early. I think the countdown was off. Like there was something weird off with the StreamYard countdown. So I don't know what was up with that, but no, I feel like I'm right on time. Yeah, I still have to grocery shop and get all the goodies for the eats. My kitchen is a disaster right now because it's the only place I have this great big counter. And as I've been unboxing things, things have been getting put there until I figure out where to go with them. So today, after I'm done here, is the day of finding homes for everything that has a home, and the rest gets shoved into the downstairs office. I am going to do that. And I did a bad thing last night that I have to figure out how to fix. I have wood floors and I moved some heavy furniture pieces by myself and I scratched the floors. So I've got these big scratch marks across the floors that I have to figure out how to buff out and fix up. Oh, so I came on mid-sentence. That is so weird. I wish it wouldn't do that. I don't know. I had one pod go bye-bye this morning, which looks really weird now in my driveway. I've been so used to having two of those sitting there. I'm down to one. And I got this big, it looks like a big present. It's meant to go on your garage door. And I got that to put on the side of the pod, but I had to wait till the pod was gone. But I have to wait until Noah gets off work at 4 to help me put it up. So that's going up. Just little stuff, all that little stuff you got to do. I went to the vintage market this morning. Now, Tiffany and I are of course, no longer there, but we do support our fellow vendor sellers there. And oh, super exciting. I got to meet Mary Beth and Nikki of Fat Bird Finds. How cool is that? So we went around the vintage market a little bit and I bought a few things, which you'll see on, I don't know if that'll be on tomorrow or Sunday. I think that's going to be on Sunday's video. Yeah, because tomorrow's video is already mostly edited. So it'll be on Sunday's video. You'll get to see all the little goodies that I bought and you'll get to see Mary Beth. If they are real wood, try a little water. It will swell the wood. But it's more about the color, they're dark wood and the scratches are light. So and I don't know if that's just the wax coating scratching or what. I have to give it a little attention. They're old floors. They're very old floors. Welcome to my Facebook people that are watching as well. Oh, Murphy's Oil or Avon Skin So Soft will get the scratches fixed. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, and then my cleaning lady comes tomorrow. So whatever I do, I kind of want to do it before she goes over it with her final touches. She actually steam cleans them for me, which makes them shine. They're so pretty. Are you going to come out? Because everybody would like to see you. Would you like to come out? She won't step up for me today. And we don't want to force her because she's still a baby. And then she was trying to bite me and I just didn't want to get into that. I didn't want to get into that battle. So try walnuts. It should help. Are they hanging out? Yeah, Mary Beth and Nikki are here for a few days. So she was actually the whole reason I got the whole party idea started. I was like, hey, I should have a party and you could come to the party. And that was our original plan. But she is with a group of people and they're going to shows and doing all the Vegas sites. So we just had to make our time this morning. I know I should have, I was impatient and I was like a bull in a china shop, just getting it done. And I wasn't thinking and there you go. Because I'm used to having like fake floors that, you can pretty much put anything across those fake wood floors. Did you ever get attached to your customers? What do you mean, Deborah? You mean down at the market? Um, we didn't really have a lot of regular customers besides our viewers. And when I say mine and Tiffany's viewers came to see us down there, which is why we are working on something new. It's such a process. I don't have a lot of patience. You've probably kind of heard that by some of the things I say. I'm a very when I get an idea, I want to roll with it. I want to make it happen now. I want it in operation like tomorrow. And that's not the way most things work. So I'm having to learn a little patience. No, we are not doing the vintage market anymore. There are wax crayons for wood scratches. Yeah, would those work on a floor though? Would they? Maybe they would. Well, maybe they would. I should just Google it, huh? Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for that. She says if I still need help with the nonprofit, let her know. She's working from home, but we'll help. Thank you for that. Yeah, we're still working on that. 7 a.m. in Australia right now. Well, that is awesome. Yes, many people told me that pipe holder was an Alfred Dunhill. I so appreciate that. Oh, Brenda, that's wonderful. I'm going to show you. She's over on Facebook. You've inspired me to sell on eBay. My first sale was a glassy baby bought for $2, sold for $98.50. I just want to thank you. I also have a booth at the antiques market. That is amazing. What a great first sale. What a great first sale. We're going to talk about glassy baby a little bit today, because if you watched my video yesterday, you will see that I thought that I had found glassy baby, but now I'm questioning it. So maybe you guys can help me with that. Well, I'll get into that. I have them sitting here next to me so we can go over it. I know I have those pads. I have those mover scooter pads too, and I didn't use them. A customer's order has gotten lost. She told me she broke the one her late husband bought her. She was so happy when she found me with one, then it gets lost. Ugh. I don't know if it's lost in Canada or if it's lost in the US, but the USPS, you can file a missing package thing, and sometimes that will nudge it into existence and it still gets found and on its way. Some eBay sellers talk about being, Victoria, I'm not sure what you're saying about being, I don't know what it didn't come through. Sometimes if you guys use voice to text, you need to read it first before you hit send, because it doesn't quite interpret over correctly. Hey, Nat, no driving and commenting. I'm just saying. Did I get your email about the plate? I'm not sure, Kathy. Maybe, I don't know. It's not ringing a bell. Maybe send it again. What brands can't you sell on eBay? I don't know if somebody has a complete list out there. There's and she's talking about Vero brands, which is verified. What is it? Verified rights, ownership, something. Basically, the way Vero works, I'm looking for something around me. Okay, let's use this. Okay, I have this Mary Engelbright dog figurine, right? And I list that and everything. If Mary Engelbright decides that they don't want the third-party market selling their goods, they can do what's called a Vero brand protection and make eBay take down everything with Mary Engelbright. And the reason brands do this, and it's a legitimate concern for them, is that many resellers undervalue their items. And we get what we call the race to the bottom, where you see the comps of what other sellers have, and you say, I'm going to go a little lower than that. Another seller comes in and says, well, I'm going to go a little lower than that. And literally they price themselves down way, way, way below market value where the item would sell. Just everybody has to be a little patient because it's a big pie and there's only so many pieces of it, pieces being the customers getting those items at that time. So then what the brands do, and there's many, many brands doing this now, and I don't even know. You guys probably know some of the brands. But they go in and say, you're not going to be allowed to sell our stuff anymore because it's hurting our retail, first end business. Think about it. If you are, say, Nike, and you're putting out $300 shoes, and the reseller market comes in and gets those shoes, who knows where they get them from. Maybe they have a wholesale account. I don't know. I'm not going to go into that. But they get that same shoe and now they list it for $200. Nike's now like, whoa, wait a minute. Now you're hurting our business. So they take legal steps to stop resellers from selling their brand. And that's how that works. So could be about royalties to a degree. I mean, it's all a very legal thing and it's a brand protection. And I honestly, I can't blame them because I'm seeing this even in the collectibles markets, is all of the sellers who have arrived onto the scene and think price is the only thing that people determine a buying decision on. And therefore they price their stuff super cheap just to get rid of it. And if you're guilty of this, let me just speak to you for a minute. Pricing stuff just to get rid of it, super cheap, online yard sale kind of mode. Now what happens is eBay is showing those comps not only to other buyers, but they're showing those comps to other sellers who are researching comps, and they're giving their suggested pricing based on that as well. And that is going to really hurt all of us in the long run. And I think I hear my shipping supply delivery here right at this very moment. So I just need to text Rachel and let her know to go open the garage. One moment, please. All right. She will take care of that for me. Now it seems to be high-end clothes and shoes. They also have an issue with fakes. Oh yeah, fakes is a whole nother part of that. You are correct. And taking the good money from the brands. It also cheapens the brands if people get those fakes thinking they are the real thing. Oh, she says, yeah. One moment. All right. I'm kind of catching up on the chat here. Learned about it in business law. Yep. Yeah, so you can't really get mad at these brands for doing this. It is self-preservation. Their obligation is to protect their own business. There are businesses that can get driven out of business by these practices. And we don't want that either, because then the good stuff isn't out there for us to find used and sell. But they're really trying to conquer those, I believe, that are selling the items new. I know Vero will hit used goods, but I think you're more likely to get a Vero complaint on a listing if you're selling it as new. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, if you've seen a difference in that. I have not run into it in a very long time, because I don't sell those types of products that really fall into that. Blanco's not out there Veroing anybody, and 100-year-old glass companies. I'm pretty safe on those. I always change the eBay suggested sell price to a price I'm comfortable with. Yes, please do. You've got to remember, okay, Rachel is, sorry, dead air. My kids always want step-by-step instructions on what to do. Yeah, so you've got to remember that the eBay pricing is not a human being going over, researching, and giving you information. It is bots. It doesn't know what it knows the condition, whether it's used or new or that, but it does not know if it's got a crack or a chip or this or that, or why that seller priced it the way they did. They are literally just collecting data and passing that on. And that's why it's so critical that you don't follow those suggestions, but instead look at those comps and go, oh, well, the one I have is way better than the one they were selling. And yes, absolutely price accordingly. Now, the way I always do it is when I am researching comps, I am sorting by highest first, because I want to see what somebody was willing to pay for that item. And if somebody was willing to pay for that item once, there's somebody else who's going to be willing to pay for that item in that price range again. And so that's how I do my pricing. I am in the top 10 percentile of pricing, not the bottom. Don't aim to be the lowest price. Many antiques, collectibles, glass, pottery, they don't want the lowest priced one. They fear buying from the seller who's selling at the cheapest, because they're going like, that is worth way more than that. So what's wrong with it? Or is it going to arrive in one piece? Like, is it even going to make it to me? Do they know what they're doing? They will spend more. And you're talking to somebody who buys this stuff. They will spend more to know that the item they're buying is what the seller says it is, and it's going to arrive the way it looks in the picture. So don't think that price is your only thing, because I assure you, 'tis not. 'Tis not. Just a hello and wonder how the piggies are doing. I haven't put the piggies into a video lately, have I? I need to put the piggies into a video. Piggies are doing great. Oh, they're so fun. So this is my bedroom. This is a little sitting room off of my bedroom. And so right outside my door there's this little, it's not quite I wouldn't call it a loft. It's like a little mini loft hallway. And that's where the guinea pigs live. So they get lots of pass-through attention. But when I go out my bedroom door in the morning, it is a chorus of guinea pig squeals. It's so fun. All their little week, 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 week. Can I explain box in a bag? Well, to anybody who got a shipment this last week, you probably have or will have the actual version in your hands, because we did probably 75% of the packages that went out went box and bag. Box and bag is basically cubic rate on pirateship.com. So I use pirateship.com, and what you do is if you have a box going priority, you can put that box in a bag and get a better rate. Now the trick is you have to use it goes by the bag dimension, so you can't put in the same dimension as the box. The bag is going to be bigger than the box, so make sure you're putting in that bigger dimension. But then basically it goes cubic rate and it's still going priority. Now you can come out. Would you like to come out? Come on. Everybody would like to see you. Or not. You can just sit there and look cute, okay? So don't make it look pretty. Don't tape down the sides of the bag. Don't, like we use a lot of contractor bags and cut them. I just like the weight of the contractor bag, and then we kind of tape it on there, but it still looks like a bag. It needs to look like a bag and not like a box. That's the trick. That is the trick. Oh, you bought a Michigan Wolverines hat off Walmart. Some of the lower suggestion, it didn't have a holographic sticker like the official NFL, so I think might be a fake. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, the Walmart does open it up to third-party sellers now, so not everything is being sold by Walmart. I don't know what Canada has as far as, cubic rate or anything, so I couldn't address that because I'm not shipping in Canada. I ship to Canada, but I don't ship box and bag to Canada. That option's not there. Maybe that's what you mean. Are there restrictions? Yes. It can't be over 20 pounds and it can't be over 18 by 18. Have you ever used the promote your item? Does it really help to put it out to more buyers? It's a great question. I'm going to put that on the screen so everybody knows what we're talking about. So first, I'm going to tell you, eBay is always looking for ways to increase eBay's revenues. eBay is a corporation. They are a very large corporation. So promoted listings was put in place, obviously, to make eBay more money. So first, keep that in mind. Now, does it work on some things? But be really sure it's an item that you need to use a promoted listing fee on. And those would be items with heavy competition. I tend to stay away from items with heavy competition. So no, I don't really use promoted listings. I've tried it. I've dabbled. I don't see a difference. But if you are in like clothing and shoes and household goods and electronics and those things where there's a lot of sellers in that market, then promoted listings could help your item show up where it wouldn't organically. I wouldn't do it when you first list the item. Again, organically, when you first list an item, it's already getting a boost because it's a new listing. If you haven't sold it in about a week, then possibly consider going back in and adding a promotion to it. So that being said, it's a lot of people giving eBay a lot of extra money that they don't need to be giving them because it can go anywhere. I mean, a lot of people just do the 1%, 2%. But honestly, if 1 or 2% is putting you in front of other sellers, then there's not that many sellers on that item. Okay? Because the average promoted listing fee is, I think, at like 7 to 10%. So if you're just like 1 to 2% and that's going to get you on the page, then no promotion is going to get you on the page. Keep that in mind. So now you're looking at giving eBay another 7 to 10%. Some sellers are giving even more. And you have to look at, is that really worth it? Is it really going to get you the traffic to pay that fee? And it's just a numbers game and it's knowing what you sell. So there's no blanket yes or no. It depends what you're selling. And I would say don't use it right away. See if your item sells when it's a new listing and list consistently. And this is why I am the niche lady. Thank you for that question. Mainly treasures. This is why I am the niche lady, because this is what I say is if you build up a store, whether it's eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, wherever you're selling, your niche is what brings in your ideal customers over and over again. It's also what triggers the listing algorithm to know that, oh, look at this seller is one we want to send to for those, glassy baby candle holders. Look, because they're listing glass and they're listing this kind of same stuff. And then when you sell something in a category, you get a boost in that category in your store. So if you're selling a lot of that kind of stuff, all of your stuff kind of got a boost from it. And it's like a snowball effect. Sales beget sales beget sales. But if you are what I call a yard sale seller, and I'm not trying to say that in a derogatory term, but it is that feeling of you go into the seller store and it's just a lot of everything from clothing, shoes, baby stuff, glass, pottery, vintage, sports equipment. I'll give you a good example. When you go into a store, a retail store that is like that, we think of what? Walmart, Target, big box stores. What do we know about big box stores? It's usually cheaper than a specialty store. A specialty store, people go in and expect to pay more because it's more geared toward what you want to find. So that's a good way to put that one. Let's see, how many animals do I have now? Let's see, 5 guinea pigs, 5 tortoises, 4 birds, 2 dogs, and the fish. I can't keep track of all the fish. But yeah, we are potentially taking in, I know I'm like, my brain is spiraling with this one. We are potentially taking in some birds that are in a situation that there are 7 birds living in the same cage. I'm just saying that might happen. That might happen. But it's all good. Rachel's like, okay. How do I get the box all nice looking? Yours are always crumpled and ugly. What do you mean, Tiger? As far as you mean the box and the bat? Mine are crumpled. Can't help them being crumpled. Crumpled is okay. Is pirate ship cheaper than priority flat rate? Ooh, let's talk about flat rate. I almost never use flat rate boxes. I can't even think of the last time I used a flat rate box. Because again, this goes to the same thing I was telling you about eBay. The post office is in business to bring profits to the post office, right? I mean, they were brilliant in coming up with flat rate boxes because people don't like to do math. So therefore, oh, that's how much it costs to ship. And then I just know, but it is almost never cheaper, unless it is something heavy. And then it's got to still fit in that box. So I find right now, UPS is kicking USPS butt on bigger, heavier stuff shipping through pirate ship. So I've actually started using UPS. Yep. One time Danny was helping someone and showing us they had a listing on promotion and theirs. Yeah, exactly, Angela. Theirs was the only one, and their organic listing was sitting right next to the sponsored listing. And if somebody clicked, okay, we're going to have issues if you do that. The sponsored listing was going to cost them more money, and it didn't need to. Yeah, exactly. Tiffany is driving and listening and commenting. Poor Tiffany. I hope you found your Greenwich this time. She's still out finding materials for her new house. Such a process. Such a process. Hold on, that is Rachel. Okay. Why did delivery people show up? Oh, okay. She can sign her name. Ah, she can sign for it. She's a big girl now. At least they found my house this time. At least it's coming to my house. You're slacking and listening, Mikey? Mikey bags of money. Let me see. Let me catch up and chat over here. How do you find your niche? Oh, I love that question. I love that question. Question. I'm so eclectic and I'm having a hard time narrowing down. So it's okay to be eclectic. So I'm eclectic too. You guys see the stuff that I buy. I'm also buying for a couple different venues that I sell in. But when I'm buying for eBay, I'm really thinking about, I want to sell this to a higher end customer, because it's not about the items, it's about who you're selling to. A higher end collector customer who is not worried about spending a few dollars. You realize that's going to cause some issues. This is my show. This is not the bougie show. Would you like to come out? Yes? Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. That's her trick. Let me see if she'll step up this time, and I will bring her out. Hold on. Stand by. Would you like to come out? Yes? Come on. Come on. Don't bite me. Step up. Step up. Ouch. That hurts. You know what? You need to stop that. Come on. Come on. Oh, why are we in this little biting phase, huh? Would you like that? Come on. Here, put your mouth on that and step up. Yeah, you're being a mean bird. Here. Okay. I'm going to have Rachel come get her out. I don't know what her story is. She doesn't want to come to me. Like, she gets on her little perch and she gets all like, oh no, can't touch this. You can come out though. Come on. Come on. All right.
I put a picture under the door.
Oh, can you come get Bougie out for me? I'll take the camera off for a moment. Stand by. I have to stop the camera for Rachel to come in. All right. Hurry up. Everybody's waiting for you to get done so they can see the bird. She's being bad and biting me. I don't want the paper. I want the bird. I don't want the paper even on the chair. I just want the bird.
Step up.
Oh my God. I wish she'd let me turn the camera on, because this bird literally just like goes to Rachel. Oh no, she's being a little bit of a booger right now.
I'm just gonna grab you.
Rachel's having to grab her. I don't know why she's being such a booger. There we go. Let me have her. Because I'm live and my camera's off. So thank you.
Are you gonna want me to take her, or are you gonna?
No, I got her. I just needed her out of there. Oh, he's scratching. Okay. Oh! Save her. Sorry guys, I'll put the camera back on in a second. Oh my goodness. And then I will return to the niche question. All right.
Stop it.
All right, she's
Stay.
good. I'm gonna give her pistachio. Okay, run out. I gotta turn my camera back on. Here. You want this? You want this? Here. All right. We have a bird. Boosh. You want this? You want this? She's mad. Rachel had to grab her out of the cage. All right. She'll come around. Okay, so just remember that niche is not the product, it's your customer. So what is your customer like? Think of stores that are very niched. Let's look at a store. Let's go with Tiffany's. What do you guys know about Tiffany's? Glass, high-end jewelry. And it's not just one thing. It's a bunch of different things. I think they do some silver. I mean, Tiffany's does a variety of products, but they have one thing in common. They all cater to a particular demographic of customer. Do you guys know that Tiffany has never, ever in its existence had to run a sale? How cool is that? Why are you hiding? My goodness. I don't think it's called Pirate Ship, just Pirate. You mean, is there a Canadian version? Pirateship.com is the website. It's pirateship.com. Yes. Oh, and anything now that I'm like buying to list on eBay is things that I can cross post over to Cherish, which is very high end. Wait, are you a good bird? Are you a good bird? Yes. There you go. That's her new trick. She says yes. She nods yes. So we've kind of worked on that. Do you want more nuts? Yes? Yes? Do you want more? Yes? 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 Yeah, okay. She's kind of rushing through her little yes. All right. It's really, really easy to get your account with Pirate Ship. It doesn't cost anything. You go, you get your login, you sign up. You can import your eBay listing, your eBay sales right there. Connect Pirate Ship with eBay. It will give back the tracking information. Pirate Ship is amazing. It's amazing. Yes. No Pirate Ship in some parts in Canada, only border towns. Oh, gotcha. Oh, you're going to eat my hair now? Well, isn't that just lovely? I really appreciate that. Yes. Would you like more? Would you like more? Is that a yes? 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 Not my glasses. Yes? 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 Yeah, there you go. How do you train a bird? You reinforce behaviors that they already have and you attach a signal to it. Like she was already doing the little head bob thing. So we just took that and now have attached a question. Yes. We tell her, yes, yes, more, yes, yes. There you go. And then reward. So then she starts associating, oh, if I do this, when she says this, I get this. All right. What advice do you have for moving an eBay store? Mine is relatively new, but I'm a bit stressed out. My family's rental home is being sold. Well, I'm kind of an expert in moving an eBay store. I don't even know how many times I've moved my eBay store. I mean, and you're talking about physically moving inventory. So it's a lot easier right now because eBay has something called time away. So you want to put everything on time away and take your items off sale unless you know you're going to be able to go find the items easily. I've done that to where I've never closed my store. I moved on a Saturday, and any sales that came in, I was back up and running by Monday to ship them. But if you don't trust that you're going to be able to do that, time away extends out the handling time, or you can just take everything off sale, which is what I did this time, and go with that. The key is to be organized in how you're boxing your inventory. Give it a very specific box number and put that box number in your custom field. And then, all these items are in box 1, box 2, box 3, whatever it is, and then you can find your stuff. Let's see. Catching up over here. You just found me about 3 weeks ago. Can't stop watching. Yay, thank you. White canister. The day I passed up the white canister set with the beautiful pink roses. I'm sorry. I know that I'm so conscious of that. I'm passing up things that I know some of my viewers would probably love, but at the end of the day, I know how much space I have to deal with things. I know how hard shipping is on some of these things, and I have to keep my senses about me until we get another local space. I still have my booth at the antique mall, but I am selling down my inventory so that it is easy to move when we get a new space that we want to move into. So, do I buy paparazzi jewelry? Yeah, well, and here's the bad thing about the paparazzi model. Everybody knows it's $5 jewelry. Like that's just a thing. Everybody knows the paparazzi jewelry is $5 jewelry. So how do you resell that? That's a hard resell. And I don't like to sell $5 items. So I bought a lot of paparazzi jewelry for myself back in, when it first came out. I got pretty hooked on that. But I worry about those that are in that model because I think it's gonna kind of go the way of what is it? What's the legging company? LuLaRoe? Is it LuLaRoe? Why am I feel like I'm saying it wrong? Because it's just the market's so saturated with all the people selling it. Yeah, it's going to be really, really tough. My party is tomorrow night. Oh, that's a great question. Do I think it's important to get a YouTube channel going to do live sales? How do you get that started and get a viewership? No, no. And I don't say that to be mean. It's just that I will tell you the YouTube channel is a full-time job. And you will hear many YouTube content creators say that one or the other is a priority. Either their eBay and their online selling is a priority or their YouTube channel is a priority because it is two full-time jobs if you want full-time income. So I would say for most people, no to the YouTube channel because you can't just start a channel and expect to do live sales and sell a bunch of stuff. In fact, and again, this is going to sound a little snotty, and I don't mean it to be, but there's a lot of people who think that, oh, I can just start a YouTube channel and just start doing live sales to make money. And those of us who have worked really, really hard to build our channels, build our viewers and all of that through content, and then added live sales, it's a little slap in the face because we're sharing a lot of the same viewers for this stuff. And, we're working very, very hard to make the content as well. So I discourage anybody from just saying, I'm going to start a YouTube channel so I can do live sales. You've got to put out the content as well. To build the viewers, you need to have things that they want to watch. And this is a perfect example of niche. You can't do a sports themed content one day and then show playing a game another day and then thrifting the other day. See how disconnected that is? You need to do content that flows all together. And then the live sale is just kind of it's like a finale to the week of your content. Yeah. I spent 7 hours on, what day was it? Tuesday. I spent 7 hours editing video on Tuesday. 7 hours. And then I still had everything else that I had to do. So video creation, it's no joke. Yes, just ask Tiger and I. I've been on my YouTube almost a year, no income. My income is eBay, Etsy, Posh, Mercari. Yeah, it's like I did not. Do you want a bite? See, and she knows now. She knows the inflection in my voice. I don't even have to say the word. Oh, you're going to take the whole thing. Go ahead. I have been on YouTube for 10 years. 10 years. Putting out content. I want to say I had about 2,000 subscribers when I decided to take it on as a full-time endeavor. And that was 2 years ago. So once I made the decision 2 years ago, it then took another 8 months before I could monetize because you have to have 40,000 watched hours. Is it? Yeah, it's 40,000 watched hours and 1,000 subscribers. And that takes a while. Like YouTube wants to make sure that you're going to keep up with this, that you're going to keep putting out content. And then you got to keep up with it. So it takes a while. So yeah, short answer, long answer there on that one. Now I got to go find where there it is. All right. Goop. No, not Lululemon. Lululemon is really good. LuLaRoe. Yeah. I was just watching a documentary on that whole thing and how it was a pyramid scheme. And boy, a lot of people lost thousands and thousands of dollars with that. I am not a big fan of multi-level marketing. Like, you will never see me get involved with multi-level marketing. I have a very, very dear, you are spilling that all over me. I have a very dear friend who is very into multi-level marketing, different things. And I just, I cringe. And I've done most of them, Amway, Mary Kay, Watkins, Electrolux vacuum cleaners. That wasn't so much multi-level. That was just door-to-door sales. But so many, Party Light, like all of those, like party, like Pampered Chef, like if you have to have a party, that's all multi-level. And it's all, if you're paying an upline and they're, they need to build their downline and all of that. And all of that's built into the price of the stuff. So you're paying way more for the stuff as a consumer because you've got to pay all these people. And I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan. Avon's not multi-level. Avon has never been multi-level. Avon has always been a little bit different model. I was a very successful Avon lady. And it used to be a really, really good opportunity. It got bought out. I don't know what year. I don't know. I think it's been, I don't want to say 5 to 10 years ago, eBay got bought out. It's not the same Avon. Avon got bought out. It's not the same Avon that it was years ago. It's not the same. Tupperware, there's another one. Yep. Yeah. It also makes it so like you dread sometimes when your friends contact you because it's like, oh no, they want me to buy something. And you feel kind of like that little obligation in the pit of your chest. And it's like, but no. I had a veterinarian who got into Amway and it was like, oh no, every time he'd come out, we weren't talking about my animals anymore. We were talking about his Amway business. It was horrible. Yep. I know you're an experienced shipper, but how do you feel about using pack and ship service and charging the customer for real fragile breakables? Well, I wouldn't recommend you charge your customer for it. It's going to cause you not to sell that item because you're going to have another seller out there who's willing to ship it themselves. Please don't put a hole in my sweater, Bougie. It's my sweater. Yes, thank you. But if you're not feeling comfortable packaging something, I would say build that into the cost of your profits, and it's a cost of doing business until you get comfortable doing it. Or just stay away from things that you're not comfortable shipping right now until you get more experienced. Because and my exception is I will do this because of the time element involved is art. I will pay, like a UPS store charges anywhere from $20 to $30 to package up a piece of artwork, depending on the size. And to me, that's worth it for a $200, $300, $400 painting that I've well made my profit in, because the amount of time it takes, it probably takes 20 to 30 minutes to really do it right. And that includes all the packing, all the box costs, the packing, I'll pay for that. But for everyday ordinary things, well, you put your tail in my face. Everyday ordinary things, I'm going to do it myself. So, but if it's like $1,000 item or something, well, go for it, because then it's insured too by that company. Like you had it professionally packaged, you have a little bit more protection there too. My party is tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I'm going to get those tail feathers. You keep putting them in my face. You can't buy Avon in Australia anymore. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Huh. Huh. Have you ever come across a candelabra silver plated that holds, do you mean a candelabra that holds 5 candles? What? Yeah, see, I can't even begin to answer those kind of questions on here or in my comments. That's really something that I encourage you to join the Niche to Profit Facebook group, where you can post pictures and we can ask questions and find out more. We can see the marks and all of that stuff. Then we can help you get in the right direction for values. But I will tell you that my group is not about just giving out values. It's teaching you to find and determine those values on your own to help build your confidence in pricing and doing all these things. It's really, really a group of, we don't want to just give you the fish, we want to teach you to fish kind of thing. So you're just being a little, don't you break my glasses, because we would not be friends. Would you like some more pistachio? Yes? There you go. So fun. I love when she picks it up with her little foot, to reposition it better. Just love that. Right. What if you aren't on Facebook? I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't. Here's the thing. I want to, this is what I wrestle with, is I want to help everyone. And I get a lot of questions both through email and through Facebook messages and things. And I can't answer them all, because I wouldn't have time to do all the things that I need to do. And it wouldn't be fair to all the people who are going to the place that I've set up to get those answers. But I mean, I highly, highly recommend. I mean, you don't have to join Facebook and then participate in all the timeline stuff. If you want to just join Facebook to be part of groups, and mine isn't the only group, there are many, many helpful groups where it's really easy to go in there. And I'm in an art identification group. I'm in a Murano glass identification group where there's expert collectors in there. So there's a lot of benefits to being on Facebook. You can just stay out of the everyday timeline kind of nonsensey stuff that everybody dreads about Facebook. See, she's strong enough. Scoop was never strong enough to break my glasses. She's probably strong enough to break my glasses. So I gotta be careful with her. And she's a baby. We're still trying to teach her things. One of my Facebook friends here just wanted to know if you also sell on Ruby Lane and what your experience is there. I sold on Ruby Lane back when Ruby Lane was in its heyday. Ruby Lane is a site that specializes in antiques and older vintage items, and it's very specialty. And it's got its shopper base, but it's not drawing new shoppers. It's really not become worth the money it costs to sell there unless you've built up your clientele. I mean, I'm not telling anybody to get off of Ruby Lane if you're doing well there. If you've built up your following there and your clientele, then stay there. But if you haven't, I don't recommend starting there now. Those types of things, put them on cherish.com. And Cherish is CHAIRISH, not the dating site, which is where you'll go with the other spelling. Oh, that's awesome. I love seeing that. I've saved so much money by watching you do the shopping. I love watching your videos. Thank you. Great vicarious experience. That's awesome. I love saving people money too. You're just being kind of a pill. You're being a pill today. Can we not be a pill? Okay. Should we talk about Glassy Baby? Can we talk about Glassy Baby? So I really, 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 really wrestled with this, both when I bought it and then when I researched, and now even when I researched more. And I have come to the conclusion, drum roll, please. These are not Glassy Baby. I don't think, because what I'm being told is that Glassy Baby always marks they're glass. Now, if somebody can tell me if there was ever a time that Glassy Baby did not mark it in the glass and just used a sticker, please let me know. Everything about this screams Glassy Baby. The weight, the quality, the size, the shape, the color, everything is there to say this is Glassy Baby except the mark. And somebody told me there is a company, I want to say it was Northern Lights, anyway, a company that actually got sued by Glassy Baby because they were making basically this, but it wasn't. So I don't know. Northern Light. Yeah. So you guys are telling me that these are Northern Light and not Glassy Baby, which is kind of a bummer. I was really, really hoping. But here's the thing. I now know what a Glassy Baby feels like because I'm pretty sure it's exactly like this. It's got weight. This is a good pound. I'm telling you, it's like finding a good piece of Murano glass as far as the weight. The thickness is there. Just the evenness of the design. It's all there. Quality, quality, quality. You can see. Do you like it, Boosh? Do you like it? It's like, no, get that away from me. The other bummer is that one of the pieces, they were in a bag, which Goodwill loves to do. It's got an internal crack all the way through. Can't feel it. It's on the inside. You can't feel it in here on the inside, and you can't feel it on the outside. It's in the middle of that glass. So just probably got clanked or dropped. So that one's kind of a bummer. And I would probably, this is the kind of piece that I'll just give away in one of my live sales to somebody who can still do something with it. I might ask my friend Crystal. This is how thick that glass is. I don't know. Can you see where my finger is here? That's the tip of my finger. That's the thickness of the bottom of this. Like, look at that. It's incredible. It's crazy. Yeah, so I'm a little bummed, but I mean, that's way closer than I've ever gotten before to getting them. So, yep, that's what I hear. Or, no, she really doesn't. She's actually really good about not puttying while she's sitting on my shoulder. Knock on wood. If she does, it's no big deal. It's just a little bird poo. Unless you saw something that I missed. That's what Rachel's for. She inspects and cleans. Oh, you think it's crate and barrel? Huh. Yeah, it is. It's super heavy glass. Super heavy quality glass. Yep. Yeah, so I was a little bummed. Yeah, that shopping trip, oh my goodness. That's why I had to split it into two parts, because the second part is equally as long and equally as good as that first part in finding stuff. It was just an incredible trip. It's their birthmark. Yep, that's what I was told. And they can also have a sticker on them as well. So there you have it. I'm kind of watching the clock because I got stuff to do, but I'm not going to cut us off like right at 2. I want to, like, this is just a day to just get those questions answered that you've been dying to ask me and all that good stuff. So I want to make sure I allow you guys to get those questions in. So many of you know, I used to do a show on the Vegas Video Network. And I thought I had all of the episodes uploaded onto my channel. I have a whole playlist. That's the Niche to Profit show playlist. I found a missing episode today, and it is an episode where I go step by step in creating an eBay listing. So I am going to get that uploaded probably later today as a little bonus video for today for you guys. Because so many have been asking for that sort of information. So I'm going to get that up today and let you see it. Might be a couple of changes because that was filmed I think it's 2 years old. It hasn't changed a whole lot though. Did eBay break eBay? I feel like my views are really different now. Yeah, eBay's going through some growing pains. Um, they're really trying to do everything with structured data, with UPC codes and manufacturer codes and specific data and attach it to specific things. And they're trying to mix the antiques and collectibles and the glass and pottery world into that. And it's just not going well. It's like having trouble finding stuff. So I am talking with some peeps, at eBay about it. But honestly, you got to remember, eBay right now is being run by a Walmart guy. And that's just the cold, hard facts that we have to live with. So, and this is why I also say build your own following with your business, whether it be YouTube or Facebook or Pinterest or Instagram. Bring your people together and then just lead them to your eBay store. Your eBay store, you know how Shopify lets you create like a storefront and all of that? Consider eBay your new Shopify. Like eBay gives you all the bells and whistles to set up your store and will send some traffic there. But if you work really hard at building your following for your store and drive your own traffic there, you're going to see a lot better results than the average eBay seller right now. So that is what I recommend. A little marketing, a little marketing. We have noticed that there are several items of ours that sold, but are then getting renewed, relisted. Did you know that? Yeah, there's been glitches with that. Make sure there's a setting for, I forget what it's called. Let me look and see if I can find what it's called, where it's like an out of stock setting where it thinks again that you're selling commodity items and can just keep selling the same thing over and over. There is a setting for that. Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to account settings. I'm first trying to figure out where it is. Selling preferences, maybe? Yes. So here, let me share my screen. Oh, let me take that down so you can see my screen. See, where did I see it? Listings stay active when you're out of stock. Make sure that's toggled off. Buyers can see exactly how many items are left. So toggle those things off. And if that doesn't fix it, then it may just be a glitch that you have to stay on top of. But communicate with eBay so that you don't get a ding for cancellations. Like try to track, look, like this sold, because it's a glitch on their end. And I always recommend writing to the eBay for Business Facebook page to get things kind of worked through. What you abhor is listing vintage costume jewelry with genuine diamonds. Is there costume jewelry that uses genuine diamonds? Because I haven't heard of that. Huh. Does eBay collect and distribute state sales taxes? Yes, they do, Ruby's Rescue. That is something new that happened whenever that law came through. So yeah, they do that. How do you lead people to your store? How do I build traffic to my store? Content that your ideal customer would enjoy seeing, reading, newsworthy things they'd enjoy knowing about. For instance, I would post articles. Let's say if I wasn't doing YouTube, but back when I was just doing, just social media, first you need a business page. Get a Facebook business page, get an Instagram account under your business name, and don't just post items for sale. That's a big mistake a lot of sellers make is, oh, look at this item I just listed. Oh, look at this item. You want to engage a following by posting, oh, the Blanco factory shut down. oh, Fenton came out with a new line of blah, blah, blah. Content that ideal customer is going to enjoy consuming, because that's what we do. We consume content, you know, a funny joke or meme related to what you sell. So 80% is that kind of content. 20% is the throw in and look at this beautiful, gorgeous glass candle holder that I just new stock just arrived kind of stuff. So follow that 80-20 rule and build your content. And it's not easy. This is a business, and any business takes time to build and grow and develop. So you need to know like what your goals are. Oh boy, we're in goal setting mode right now, aren't we? It's almost the first of the year. But it's not a set it and forget it business. It's not a list it and they will come business anymore. Used to be. It's not anymore. So there are things you need to do to build your customer base. Because did you know that people can follow you? They can follow your store. If they love what they see in your eBay store, but may not buy right now, they can hit the follow this seller button because they just love that seller. That's what you want. You want to build up your store following to the point now when you list new things, eBay is sending them that email and showing them, oh, look at all these, just showed up in that store. Do I ever find coins at the thrift store? If so, do you sell? No. Coins bore me. I am bored by coins. And coins are a very specific collector, that my glass people are usually not coin people. So no, in short answer, no, I don't. They'd sure be easy to ship though, wouldn't they? I really don't do coins, jewelry, things that just have a lot of intricacies and variations, and you got to know this versus this and this. Like, I don't want to take the time to learn that. So for me, I'd rather stick with the stuff that I know and I love. That's why I always say go be profitable and make it fun. That make it fun part is really important. If you are enthralled with coins, then coins might be your thing. If you are like me and you're like, I don't like coins, but everybody's telling me they're worth money, don't do it. Don't go there. You don't need to follow every path that somebody else takes. Find your own niche. Find that thing that either you know or you want to know and grow with it. Is there a place to see who our followers are? No, eBay doesn't share any of that with us anymore. Sadly. Used to be the day. How many items should we list consistently every day to get daily sales? It's a good question. I try not to focus on how many, but I say do at least 2, because everybody can do 2 listings a day. Everybody can do that. You can squeeze 30 minutes each day towards your business, if nothing else. Get 2 things listed. And those 2 things you're going to find, you know what? I can do 2 more, or I can do 5 more, or I can do 10 more. And you will build off of that too. But the way our brains work, we need that reinforcement of having a win. And if you're able to check off 2, and then they're like, oh, that feels good. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do 3, and just build on that. Obviously, the more listings you are able to do on a daily basis, the higher the likelihood you are going to get daily sales. And the daily is important because that keeps the algorithm bots very, very happy. They see it's like new content, new inventory, new. And there's a lot of talk out there of like ending and sell similar on items you already have had listed and all that. I am not a big proponent of that. And I will tell you why. Because it's the same thing. It is the same thing. And potentially those people following your store or finding your store have already seen that in your store and will get wise and go, oh, well, they're just refreshing the same things. People, it's just like walking into an antique mall and you walk into those booths. You guys know you love the booths where you go in and it's always new stuff. They've always changed it up and it's fresh and exciting. Your eBay store needs to be the same way. New, fresh merchandise. So focus on new, fresh merchandise first. When I say new, I'm not talking about like new in the package. Now I'm talking about hasn't been listed before. New. What is crinkling over there? So weird. Something's crinkling over in my room, and I'm in here alone, so it's a little weird. So just always be thinking the bigger picture of that customer walking into your virtual store and how are they going to feel? Like, because eBay's going to show them like your newest stuff that went up first, and you're in your search results, no matter what it is, if somebody's looking for that item and you've got the brand fresh merchandise there, that's going to get like the same boost as a promoted listing. So just keeping those little things in mind are what's going to increase your potential for sales. I have a starter store and 450 items. At what point should I upgrade to a regular store? Now, because the starter store doesn't give you all the perks. You need to be at least a basic store now. At least a basic store now. eBay still shows followers in your store. They show the number. They don't show you who it is. We've been doing 2 every day, but hubby was reading an article that 3 every day is a sweet spot. It could be. You know, here's the thing. Everybody's looking for that black and white answer, that magic pill, that if I do this, this is going to happen, assuredness. And there really is none. What works for one seller may not work for another. It's you needing to experiment and you needing to play with different things and find that mode, that business model that works best for you. And that's really like, we are all different with different stuff, with different tastes, with different ways of listing things, with different ways of titling things, different ways of taking the pictures. So there is no specific answer that anybody can give you to say, if you do this, this will work. And I know there's a lot of videos out there that will try to convince you that if you do it their way, you will see this result. And then they want to sell you like some programmed, for some more intensive training. And it just simply isn't so, guys. It simply isn't so. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to diss anybody. I'm just trying to protect you guys from looking for that I call it the magic pill, if I do this, this will happen kind of thing, because we all want that. Goodness knows we all want that. It's a lot of hard work and experimentation and making some mistakes along the way. That is how you truly grow this business into something with meat. Keeping a log helps so much. Yeah, a log is good. And again, like, everybody works differently. Some people really like all that data in front of them. Some people don't, some people that kind of clutters them. I am a spreadsheet. Like, right now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12 tabs open on my computer. One of them being my spreadsheet for all the things I need to get done today. And I refer back to that and I look at it and I check things off, because then it also tells my brain, ooh, look it, you're making progress. You're doing good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yes. You grow as you go. Mistakes will happen. Yes, it's so true. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Just don't be afraid of them. It's all part of the process. Should you end your listings of holiday things? I feel like I did all that work, so I should leave it up. Eventually it will say, yeah, leave it up. Why would you end it? Christmas sells all year long. And do you know, I don't know how many, is it hundreds of thousands or maybe even millions of people out there who don't even celebrate Christmas. So list the other stuff too. There's shoppers out there like, this is like, This is a treasure trove time for, everybody's concentrating on list Christmas, list Christmas, list Christmas, list stuff other than Christmas, because there's a whole bunch of people out there that are not celebrating Christmas, but are still shopping. You can be sure. I mean, we are at the cutoff now. I'm not even sure anything at this point is going to make it to customers before Christmas, honestly. This is that like weird limbo time where you need to communicate with your customers too. If somebody orders something today or tomorrow, be sure you message and let them know you are going to do your best to get this to them before Christmas, but that you cannot guarantee it will get there before Christmas. And if that is an issue, to let you know so you can do the cancellation before you put it in the mail, and then they want to return it and all of that. So bathing suits are great this time of the year. You know what? For somebody they are. For somebody, there's still people using their jacuzzis. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't go in a retail store and go buy a bathing suit right now. So guess where people go? They go online to buy their bathing suit. So if that's your niche, if your niche is clothing, and you've built up a clientele of clothing buyers, then when somebody needs to buy a bathing suit and you have one available, more than one, hopefully, you could very potentially get that sale. Everything I've learned, I did it wrong the first time, not mistake proof. No, I make mistakes all the time. Oh, you okay? That was kind of a hard hit. Are you okay? All right, I got to save the baby. I scared her with the glass. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Aw, come here. Let me see. Did you hurt yourself? Oh, now you want to step up. Oh, now you want to step up. I'm so sorry. Why don't you go up here? You'll be safe up here. There you go. You stay up there. Then I can't scare you with stuff. All right. I hate when she does that. All right, we are getting to the end here. Annie, this is your last chance to get a question in before I end this and go on to getting some more decorating done. And list what I buy, no matter what season it is. Yep, good for you. Christmas sells all year long, too. Like all the Christmas collecting people, all year long. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. My birthday is actually Monday. I'm having the party, of course, on a Saturday, which is tomorrow, but Monday is my official birthday. Noah got called in for a mandatory meeting at 9 a.m. on my birthday. Rude, just rude. All right. Is it bad eBay etiquette to use others' listing titles when you choose to sell one similar? Should I rename my listing? Is it exactly the same item? Are you sure that that's a good title? That's what I would question first. I look at sold comps. If you're doing a sell similar off of a sold comp, you're not competing with that seller anymore unless, they had multiple quantities of the item. But if you're doing it off of a sold comp, no harm, no foul. If you're doing it off of a live listing, I think, yeah, that's probably bad etiquette. And make your title your own. Make it, I will tell you, most of the titles I see out there could be improved on. Most. So if you can fine tune the creating a title little process, you're going to be in really good shape because most sellers don't have that down. I'm just going to say. Oh, happy birthday, Karen. Happy birthday. All right. When should we consider selling on other sites besides eBay? Should I wait till I reach a certain level or number on eBay before considering Mercari? It's not about the number level. It's about, are you prepared to manage multiple sites? Because you can't just forget about them. So it's like each day checking each site, seeing if there's messages to answer, seeing if there's anything you need to do. But other than that, cross-posting is super easy. I use List Perfectly. As you guys know, I love List Perfectly. So when I'm creating my listings, it's basically a push of the button to get it over to those other sites. So for me, that's the cross posting is the easy part of that. But the management takes a little bit more time. So you have to just be ready for the management. If you're ready for that, then go for it. Each site has its own clientele. It has its own buyer. There are buyers that want to shop just on Etsy that will have nothing to do with eBay. There are people that are loyal to eBay but will have nothing to do with Etsy. So it's a different buyer base. So that's a good thing for cross posting. And I mean, and I'm just going to put this out there because I need to put this out there. If anybody is considering like diving into cross posting and you want a really good software to help you make that easy, List Perfectly, use the code The Niche Lady, and you will get 30% off your first month to try it out. I have a link. I think I have a link down in the description. I think so. Right? Yes. I'm supposed to. Should be there. Any time-saving gadgets or tools that you recommend for your business. Yeah, the Rollo is a no-brainer. Rollo. If I had to do an order of priority for time-saving things, and now we're already talking like you've already got your basics, you've got your scale, you've got your printer, whatever it is like. So yeah, the Rollo, once you are printing daily or even every other day shipping labels, the Rollo pays for itself with the time that you save. Like it's amazing. And yes, I have a link for that down there too. And I'm not just like, I hate sometimes affiliate links. I am an affiliate for Rollo. I don't want you to think that I'm just promoting it because I get a little kickback, when one of them sells. And I would do it whether or not they sent me anything. But it's also kind of nice that, they send me a little something if you do it through my link. Time saving. Get yourself a really good tape gun. Don't cheap on tape guns. I know it sounds crazy, and find one that you're really comfortable with because you're going to be spending a lot of intimate time with your tape gun. The desktop tape holders dispensers that I showed on Monday, oh my gosh, those are worth their weight in gold. Work yourself up to where you can purchase boxes and know the sizes of boxes that you have and what they weigh so that you're not having to worry about using a box that weighs more and puts you over the pound limit there. And of course, List Perfectly that I already talked about, and then Pirate Ship. Those are my go-tos. Yes, I'm 29 again. No, I'm actually I'm excited about this birthday. This is like my I get the discount now birthday. Woot, woot. 55. I've reached my speed limit. When cross-posting using multiple sites, won't that take money from your bottom line due to paying fees from multi-sites? No, not really. So Poshmark doesn't cost anything until you sell. Cherish doesn't cost anything until I sell it. I don't use Mercari. I don't like Mercari. I don't know. Do they have listing fees on Mercari? I don't even know. And Etsy is 20 cents for 90 days. Honestly, if 20 cents is going to make or break your profit margins, rethink actually listing that item. But so, yeah. So the answer is nope. I price my items in my booth for resellers, but sometimes I feel like I'm cutting my throat. Yeah, Uncle Andy, I'm sure you are. Why do that? I mean, why? I mean, it's nice. Resellers love that, but why don't you go for max profits? Why don't you price it at market value for the retail customer first, and then you can always run a sale. Put it on sale if it doesn't sell, and then the resellers will find it and buy it. Yeah, don't cheat yourself. Do you worry about if something sells on both sites if you've cross-sold? I really don't. It generally is a rarity for that to happen. Again, List Perfectly makes it super easy. You just go in and hit end the item, and it ends it on all the other cross-posted sites. And if it does, I keep the eBay sale. If it's eBay and something else, I keep the eBay sale because that's the one where ultimately it will hurt you Facebook Marketplace will hurt you too, but I'm not listing on there as well. You guys are all saying you love your Rolo. Yes, the Rolo's amazing. Awesome, Kathy. Just upgraded to basic store. Will save a minimum of $38 a month in insertion fees. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Not till it sells on Mercari. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we know. And you will be disappointed when you find out they don't check IDs. Oh, I got carded. What was it, yesterday? Was I buying something? Oh, it was 2 nights ago. I got carded at Walgreens for buying some alcoholic beverages. And I'm like, really? She goes, yes, we have to put in everybody's ID that buys alcohol. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. How do I like my new home? I absolutely love it. And I'm loving it more every day now that I got my collections out and I'm set up. And I unboxed all my blue glass collection last night. My turtles are all, I'm loving this house. I am loving it. Selling on Mercari is like selling on Poshmark. The only difference is shipping. I would disagree. My experience with Mercari was not a good one. I would disagree. Mercari does little shady things that if you're not real savvy and you're not paying attention, they can nail you. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, thank you, Therese. Says she loves my sweater. You want to hear a funny secret about this sweater? So you probably saw it when I got up. It's a really long sweater. It's a maternity sweater. It's like, I don't care. I like the length. I like, covers a little extra. But yeah. Oh, you're 55 on Tuesday. Hey, we got birthdays almost on the same. What are some mistakes you made when first starting out? Whew. Now, you remember I started in 1998. This was all new. Like there was nobody out there telling you how to do this. You just did it. And it was very hard to make mistakes back then because literally everything sold. You didn't even need pictures. So gosh, the only thing I can say that was a big mistake was I got to one point where I closed my account because I got mad at eBay and I opened it up. So now if you in all of my records and everything, it doesn't reflect that all those sales. It does show that I've been on there since October 98, but it lost all that sales data. So my lifetime sales number is much lower than it should show. Mistakes. I'm trying to think. Because I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. Honest to gosh, I do. I probably still buy things to sell on eBay that are too long tail or not enough profit margin for what it is. You've heard me say that before. If it's like something big and bulky and takes up a lot of real estate, then those are the things I kind of need to rethink how much profit is built in. It's going to rent space on my shelf for who knows how long. So you have to be aware of those. But other than that, it's probably just buying inventory I shouldn't. That's probably still like the mistake that I make. I think everybody's going to make that one too. And that's just, you learn from it. But I never lose money on it. I never buy anything that I can't at least get my money back out of it if I sell it at my yard sale or if I just put it local on Marketplace or something. So that's what you got to be careful of. Let's see. Can you believe it's almost 2022? Oh, you think Etsy fees are high? That's because you're probably paying for the outside advertising. Turn that off unless you're forced to have it. I think after 20,000 a year or more and they force you to have it, which is such insanity to me. But Yeah, that's why I'm not like Etsy's not like my mainstay because I refuse to pay the extra 15% for them to, market my listing. I can market my own list. I can drive my own traffic. Um, oh, just Mercari added free shipping onto some things that I had. There's a little thing that if you don't tell them not to, they will lower the prices of your items till they sell. There's just been other stuff. I'm looking for questions before we wrap it up. Oh, been off eBay for a while. So many things have changed. Started eBay back in 2012 and left going back in 2022 to do it. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna end it with this. Here is the thing about. I'll stick with eBay specifically because I fell into this. I loved eBay because eBay was started as a real community. It was a social media. It was like some of us sellers who've been on here like selling forever, we know each other like from going to the eBay events and eBay radio and all of that stuff. That was a culture. It was my house was eBay colors for crying out loud. Honest to gosh. And and then what started happening is changes at the corporate level of eBay caused changes that affected a lot of sellers very adversely. And I have always worried about others, much to my detriment in life many times. But when I started coaching and teaching seniors and disabled people and people who really needed this income, they needed that sale. You know, we call them the small sellers. Like the small sellers are where my heart is. And I've always felt like I'm that voice for them. And eBay started doing things that were very detrimental to the small seller. And I fell out of love with eBay. And I say that because it also made me realize in what I speak to today that it's not an emotional business. And you have to move the emotion out when things happen that frustrate you, that make you angry, that make you sad. All of those things, if you can, give yourself 5 minutes to feel whatever that thing is. Scream it out, yell it out, vent it out, and then let it go. Let it go and focus on what you need to do to replace that return, that came in, meaning replace that revenue from that, list something else, build something else, market something else, put out some great content, do all of that stuff instead of focusing on, I got a negative or I got a neutral or this customer wants to return this or cancel this or all the negatives. Deal with the negatives on a non-emotional, business-like level and focus on how you can grow, how you can bring in more sales, and you will be a much happier seller. And I no longer feel like I have this relationship with eBay like I used to. They are simply a corporation that gives me an opportunity to list the things that I want to sell on their site and drive traffic to it. So if you can just do that, take that emotion out, treat this like a business, you will be much more at peace with all of the aggravating things that happen with eBay. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I love you guys so much. I am going to take some footage from the party, but people said go live and all. I'm not going to go live because I just really want to just have some fun tomorrow night. Haven't done it in forever. I am going to do a tour of my house and the decorations and all that stuff will be in probably Sunday's video. So you can see all this work I've been talking about, how it all came to fruition. And now with that, everyone, go be profitable and make it fun. And we'll see you on the next one. Say goodbye, Bougie. Say goodbye. Say something now. It's time for you to speak. There you go. Bye, everyone.